Hey, Sandals Church men. Just wanted to come to you and follow up on Pastor Matt's sermon on how to survive cancel culture. And I think maybe for some of us, we don't relate to that because maybe we're not social media warriors going out and just firing against all the ills we see in the world. But as men, I think we actually do struggle deeply with this, and specifically in the area of stubbornness. I think that we can be so stubborn and ingrained in our way of thinking. And one of his encouragements was to work on stubbornness rather than focusing on the stupidity of others. And it's so easy to do that, right? Like we love like fail videos, right? Just laughing at how stupid people are. If you're a sports guy, we love talking about how stupid the athletes are that we follow. If you're a gamer, everybody else is stupid and you're awesome. Um, if you're into business or politics, we do the same thing. Everybody else is dumb, and we want to make fun of, exploit, and focus on the stupidity of others, and not on the stubbornness of ourselves, not on the things that we desperately need to work on. And man, I'll just say this right out of the gate. If you want to find out if you're stubborn or not, ask the people around you. If you're married, ask your wife. Ask your good friends who are the ones who are willing to be honest with you. Ask your parents, ask your kids where you're stubborn, because I guarantee they're going to have some answers. I know that I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn when it comes to schedule. I'm stubborn when it comes to flexibility. I'm stubborn in a lot of areas in our marriage and our conversations, and I just lock in on these things, and it's just not helpful, and it really is a hindrance to me in a lot of ways. And I think, for some of you guys, we're stubborn in relationships or stubborn in ways of thinking. We were hurt by something when we were kids, or something that someone said, or a relationship, and we just don't open up to others for decades because of it. And that keeps us from growing. It keeps us from God. We don't open up to Him, and we forget how to be in relationship, or maybe we never learned. Sometimes our stubbornness keeps us stuck in sin because we're unwilling to make the changes we need to make to break free from that. Um, and sadly, sometimes our stubbornness keeps us from investing in the next generation. If you're over, I'll say 35 years old, you should be investing in somebody else. I mean, you can be at any age. I mean, if you're 20, you can be investing in teenagers. If you're 25, you can invest in young adults. I mean, we all should be investing in somebody, but if you've lived a little bit of life, man, there's no excuse for you to be not investing in somebody else. And we just get stubborn, and we want to just hoard things for ourselves, and we want to kind of sit on our way of thinking, and we want everybody to bend to what we want. And man, it's really destructive. And so I want to encourage you to really dig into this, to ask some people around you where you're stubborn, to really evaluate your relationships. Do you have really close friendships where you can be vulnerable and honest? Or has your stubbornness and difficulty in people being able to approach you or talk to you, or difficulty in being able to challenge your way of thinking, has that kept you from relationship with others? And ultimately, that all keeps us from God. It keeps us from reaching out to Him. It keeps us from understanding our need for Him. And we need to be awakened to that in order to continue growing. And so, if you're not in a men's group, stop being stubborn. If you're not in a community group, stop being stubborn. You need community. You're not better than the rest of us. You have to have people around you who you let in, who you can be real with, who will challenge you and will help you break free of stubborn patterns in your life so that you can become who God's called you to be. So I just really want to challenge you to dive into community, dive into the questions that we give you each week, dive into the messages from Pastor Matt. I mean, this is all resource for you to grow, to thrive, to have the life you actually want, the life you've been called to, a life of freedom and joy in Christ. It doesn't mean an easy life, but it means one with Him and not just yourself. And so, hope that you're listening. Hope that you're continuing on. Thankful for you guys. Thankful for the faithful ones who are still meeting and gathering and growing together, who are reaching out to others and inviting them in, who are investing in other people's lives. I want to encourage you to continue. I love you guys. Praying for you all, as always. Have a great week.